Good evening, I'm Dana Tyler. It's the annual carnival where 2 to 3 million people crowd the streets of Brooklyn. The West Indian Day Parade showcasing all the bright colors, elaborate costumes, great music and food, and striking dance moves. But yet again, violence overshadowing the celebration. Despite the NYPD's efforts to keep the peace, 2 people were killed. CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez live in Crown Heights, where the parade is just winding down. Hazel?
Dana, the parade is still going strong, as you can see, and probably here behind me. Look at the massive crowds that are still out here tonight. It's a big day for a lot of folks out here, a long-standing tradition of celebrating their heritage. But after another deadly start to this year's West Indian Day Parade festivities, the city is considering some drastic security changes. Along Eastern Parkway on Labor Day every year, you will see the colorful pageantry and pride of the West Indian Day Parade and Joseph Waterman of Trinidad. Today was no different, even after Waterman's 62-year-old sister Valerie Joseph was grazed by a bullet on her leg during the early morning Juve Festival. His 72-year-old cousin Margaret Peters Clark was also shot in the arm.
And they were just sitting there waiting, sitting down having hamburgers, and some young kid decided to shoot randomly.
Before sunrise, 2 people had been shot dead while celebrating Juve, a 22-year-old woman and 17-year-old man. 4 others were injured.
It's like it's puts a stain on the whole thing, I mean, that's not what we're about.
This violence is exactly what the NYPD had hoped to prevent by doubling their patrols at this year's West Indian Day Parade to 3,400 officers. 2 people were also murdered at last year's festival, including Governor Cuomo's aide, Carrie Gabay.
The cruelest situation is when you can predict the violence and you can predict the death and you still can't do anything about it.
The deadly event has revived the debate over canceling the Juve Festival and possibly adding the screening of parade spectators like New Year's Eve revelers in Times Square.
I don't want to offer an off-the-cuff opinion, so there'll be a thorough review. All options will be on the table.
For the majority who gather peacefully, they are hoping they can continue celebrating their roots the way they always have.
I'm not understanding why we have to suffer for everybody else's actions. There's people who actually enjoy it.
Reporting live on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, and that parade just winding down 6:01 right now. Also tonight at 6, we continue to track her